Hello real estate agents. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can keep your inbox clean by moving all the newsletters, transactional emails, and cold emails to separate folder so that you can focus only on the emails that actually need a response. Okay. So last time I posted a video of this with Gmail accounts, but today I'm going to post this with the Outlook account or the Microsoft account. So let's start. So the first thing that you need to do is to create three separate folders for each category. So once you are in the outlook.com out or outlook.live.com, you need to hover here and click on these three dots. Click on it and create a new folder. Okay. So the first folder we are creating are for newsletters. Okay. So write it name it newsletter. You see it's created here. Now do it two more time. Okay. So we have created three folders. One is for newsletter, one is for cold email, and one is for transactions. Okay. So right now, we need to create rules so that whenever an email has a specific keyword, it goes to these three folders or one of these three folders. Okay. So now click on the setting icon or gear icon. Click on rules. Now we are going to make three rules, one rule for each category. Okay. So add a new rule. Let's name it newsletter. Now the condition is that whenever a message body contains or email contains a specific keywords, it will go to the newsletter. Okay. So let me copy this one by one. Unsubscribe, manage preferences, and email preferences. So you see usually these three words are the most common in the newsletters, and you see them at the bottom of those emails. Now the limitation of this specific rule-based categorization is that it only sees the keywords. If these are not present, then this automation or this categorization fails. Okay. Now in the action, we are going to do we are going to add two actions. First is move to, and here we are going to select news newsletter. Okay. And we are going to add one more action, which is mark as read, so that your newsletter or your app doesn't show all this 2000 plus 100 emails. Okay. Let me check everything. Newsletter message body contains manage preference. Yes. Save. Okay. Now we are going to make two more rules. Let's create one for transactions. Whenever message body contains a few specific words or phrases, offer accepted, contract signed, new transactions, escrow. So if your EML, if your MLS or whatever tool that you use, they have different words, then you can add your own words here. Move to transactions, add another, mark as read. Now this one is optional because these emails are somewhat, important. So if you don't want to mark them as read, you can skip this one. Skip the second action. Okay, save. Now we are going to make one last rule for cold emails. Again, message body includes. So I'm going to paste some specific keywords that I've made a note of. You can find these keywords in the video description area. Okay, so now I have pasted all the phrases. Okay, now in the action, again move to cold emails, mark as read. Rather than just move to cold emails, there's one more action that you can do. You can simply mark as junk if you want to go super aggressive. But I don't recommend because sometimes those cold emails, at least one of 100 cold emails, actually useful for you will actually be useful for you. So it's up to you. Okay. Now save. So we have created all these three categories. So let me test it. So I'm going to send an email to this account from another email ID. So let's see if it works. You see, it is here. It is inside this cold emails folder. I help real estate agents get 2x more leads. This is the exact cold emails I sent just a few minutes ago. And if I open this inbox, you won't find this cold email here. Okay, so now we are going to see, or I'm going to show you when this filter auto works well and when it doesn't. So it works well when you have a predictable sources of emails, for example, and they have predictable keywords. For example, you show that we entered some keywords. So it will only work when the filter when the email has those keywords. If an email doesn't have those keywords, it will the filters will not work. Now, second thing is that you need to spend some time to create filters, which will take around 10 minutes, roughly 10 minutes. And it works well when you get 30 emails per day. Why? Because when you get 30 emails per day, around 50% of the emails will be missed by these filters. So you can manually sort them or categorize them. And last but not the least is that you won't mind manual sorting for edge cases. For example, for some emails that isn't sorted by the filters, you need to manually sort them. Okay. And when it doesn't work well, so if an email doesn't have that keyword that we entered or wrote or mentioned, it won't work. Okay. Now, second is the most important. Suppose that you get an email from a lead that has those keywords or words or phrases, it will be moved out of your inbox filter. So for any reason you don't check your if you don't check your newsletter, transaction or cold emails in folder or labels, you won't come to know that an lead has emailed you. Now, third is that you need to constantly update your filters. For example, whenever you come across a new kind of email, or for newsletter transactions, you need to manually add those keywords to your filter. And last but not the least, these filters don't understand the context of the email. They simply search for the keywords in the email. If they find those keywords, they will activate or they will run. Now, here's a real life example. For example, you see this email, this guy has emailed an agent, John. You see that he's a lead and he's talking about that he wants to buy a property. But in the very last line, you see that there's a word unsubscribe in this email. So even if it's a lead in email, because of these filters that works on the keyword, if they find this unsubscribe keyword in this email, they will be moved out of your inbox folder, which can be a huge bummer for you because it's for a 1.5 million property. So if you are losing around $30,000 in commission just by losing this one email. Okay. So here's a true solution. You need to involve AI in this. So the benefit of AI is that it understands the context. It doesn't work on keywords. For example, if you feed this email to AI, it will simply say it's an lead email. It's not a cold email or it's not a newsletter email, because AI is very good at understanding the context of the email. So we have an built an AI automation tool for email. So what it does, it simply gets your email, understand the context, and it automatically sorts the email based on what's the context of the email. Okay, so you won't need to add a filter and keywords every single time whenever you come across a new keyword. It's powered by ChatGPT, OpenAI ChatGPT, which is probably the most powerful AI tool exist in the market. And we have done a real life testing for this. It is around 95% accuracy. For 95% of emails, it will move to the correct folders. And for the email it doesn't understand what the context, it will keep that email to your inbox so that you can manually sort it. Okay. And one of the most important feature of this automation is that it drafts the email that needs responses. For example, for this kind of email, it will automatically draft the context or reply email based on the past data, and it also follows your writing style and writing tone. And most importantly, it will sound as a like a human. It won't sound robotic. So here's a real life benefit. What the data I'm showing you is the real based on the real life testing. For example, we've tested fit for some agents, and this is what we found. So the agents usually used to get around 50 to 100 emails per day, and now they're still getting those emails, but all the irrelevant emails are moving to the separate folders or labels. So the inbox are staying on. So the inbox, so only 5 to 10 relevant emails are staying in the inbox, and these relevant emails are the ones that they need their attention and their replies. So the response time is reduced from 3 to 4 hours to 15 to 30 minutes. Why? Because earlier, whenever the agents were driving or showing properties, they couldn't reply. They couldn't reply. But with this AI automation, AI draft email, that AI drafts the email, the response time reduces to 15 to 30 minutes. Why? Because whenever they are driving stuck in traffic or traffic light, they simply open the email, check the what AI has drafted, tweak it, and send it. And here's the business result. The clients are happy because they get a response faster, and they don't miss a single email, and they now have more time and less stress because AI handles every single thing. So one more important thing. One more important thing. AI doesn't send email automatically. It will only draft a response and save in draft. You need to manually review it, tweak it if you want, and then send it. Okay, so you are in control. AI is just your like assistant. So you shouldn't use on automation if you get 30, less than 35 emails per day. Why? Because of course this automation is not free, and for just these many emails, you can manually sort them. Okay. Now, second is if you enjoy writing, you actually want to type the emails. And third is you don't like the AI generated content. You think that they don't look real. Actually, they do look real right nowadays because they've evolved so much. But even if you think they don't sound real, you can skip this automation. Skip using this automation. And fourth, you want to save some money. But you should try this automation if you get more than 35 emails per day. You want to respond faster to your client. You spend more than 45 minutes daily organizing or responding to emails, and you want a clean inbox. So because you don't want all the irrelevant emails to stay in your inbox, and you're comfortable with quickly reviewing the email before sending it. And if you want, you can tweak those emails also. So here's the pricing. It costs just 2 cents per processed email. It's pay as you go. It's pay as you go. There's no monthly fees like you need to sign up for $10, $20, $30 a month. It's simply pay as you go. So it may sound just a little. 2 cents per email sounds a little, but it adds up actually. So for 100 emails, I think I made a mistake here. So for 50 emails, it will cost $30 a month. Okay, and I'm sorry, it's a lot, but because it's only because 2 cents per email, because right now it's costing us to compute for all these automations. So here's my commitment for you. We will reduce the price of 1 cent per email after we get hundred of thousands of customers. So why we cannot do it right now? Because all the servers that charge less for computation costs a lot. They cost more than $1,000 a month. So right now it's not feasible or viable to move to those servers. So, but once we have enough customers, it makes more sense to move to those customers. So here's my 2 cents. You should try it for 2 weeks. So if you get 50 emails per day, it will simply cost you just $5 to $10. You review the drafted emails, you check if it's categorizing correctly or not, and only if it's working for you and saving you time and making your clients happier, you should go for it. If it's not making any of these, then you should subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next video.